probably wondering what these pesky Chinese people are up to on a Tuesday morning at 11:30. They're dancing. How dangerous is that? I'm telling you, the Chinese have more fun with their spare time than any other community I've ever seen. And I think a lot of it has to do with the girls get to retire when they're 50 and the boys get to retire when they're 55. So they have a lot more time on their hands when they get a little bit older. And you know what? Chinese live as long as Westerners do, and sometimes longer, depending on which country you're from. And one of the things that helps, the weather is always good here in Nanning, Guangxi Autonomous Region. I can't say the singing is always good though, because holy smokes! But at least they're trying out there. They're going out and doing it. I wonder if this will get demonetized because of the music in the background. That happens a lot of times, but I really don't care. It's one of those things that Gweilo doesn't do this for the money. Gweilo does it for the fun. It's a hobby. And it gets me out into areas like this where I probably wouldn't be here if I wasn't making videos. So I'm gaining something out of this also. Different people with different hobbies, and you got more musical instruments, you've got people exercising, people playing badminton, and I haven't gone but I don't know, maybe a couple hundred yards down geez, I'm giving my age away again. I haven't gone but a couple hundred meters down the riverbank, and we've already seen this much. Wonder what's next. Could it all be just old people on the riverbank, or could there be some younger people? Well, of course, they've got something for everybody here. It doesn't matter whether you're old, middle-aged, a toddler. There's something for everybody, and I think that's what makes the parks. And this isn't really a park. What this is just the riverbank, but let's call it a park. That's what makes the parks here special, that they do draw crowds. The people actually use them. It's a place to get out of the apartment, for one thing, because as everybody knows, apartment dwelling sort of sucks because you don't have the green space. But in a place like China, they have the green space because they make it, and people actually do use it. It's one of those things. I just love this place. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to, I could walk back about 100 yards, grab an ice cold Li Chen Peugeot, and be sitting here drinking a cold beer on a Tuesday morning, making a video, and nobody would give a rat's ass if you're drinking a beer or not. And that's another one of the things that I like about this place, that they don't have those restrictions in place that they do in the West. This morning I'm hanging out on the Yonge River here in Nanning, doing a video, basically just about the walk on the river. And whether people enjoy it or not, well, it makes a difference to me, because I want people to enjoy what I show them. But this walk is actually for me, getting out and about and just being alone for a little bit. Because we've been so busy, we've been traveling, we've been, and tomorrow we've got a barbecue outside the city, barbecued sheep that we're going to with a big group of people. I love barbecues. Whenever somebody says, "Hey, Gweilo, you want to go to a barbecue?" It's like, yeah, when do we go, type thing. Because with me, it's barbecue and beer. It's always barbecue and beer, because that's just the way life is in my world. But I remember about 15 years ago, we went to a barbecue. It was on the Yonge River, just a different area of the city here in Nanning, and. That place was a petting zoo during the daytime, and those animals turned into on the menu at night, killing two birds with one stone. You might think it's brutal, but it's really not. It's the same thing as buying your meat in a store in a package. Those animals are slaughtered and cut up for your enjoyment, I guess, is what sustenance. In China, they just look at it a little differently. It's not considered brutal in any way. So Yeah, so we're going on a sheep barbecue tomorrow, so that video will be coming out here in the next couple of days too. And maybe one of the things I don't do enough of is turning the camera around and just walking so you can see basically what I'm seeing here in China. It's you've really got to come here and experience it to actually know what it's all about. It's not just a dictator or an authoritarian regime running the country. It's not just Chinese people wearing beautiful little green uniforms and Chinese police and high-rises and farm fields and fishing, and it's all of that combined. And talking about fishing, there's people fishing right here. Just like anywhere else, you see, and that's what people don't quite understand. Or the Chinese people are basically exactly the same as what we are. They have the same hobbies, they have the same understanding of the world. They want a better life for their children, they want a better life for their families. Future is everything. And they like the fishing, they like the playing instruments, they like drinking beer, just like Gweilo. And that's basically what I'm trying to portray here. It does look different here, though. You don't get this in the West. And you know what? You don't get a lot of this in the West. All of those buildings right there, those weren't here 2 years ago. Those are all brand new. Actually, I don't think there's anybody living in them. Well, you can see the crane there. I don't think there's anybody living in them yet. They're still that new. But things go up so fast here in China. So, if you're gone for a couple of years and you come back, it's pretty hard to recognize the streets in some areas of the city that you thought you knew. See the guy out there with his dog? He throws something out, my dog goes out and gets it and comes back. Yeah. So just to give you an idea of where we were on the riverbank, you can see the building over there. You can see this is the downtown Chaoyang district of Nanning. And you can see on both sides of the river, it's sort of like walking past parks, places for the people to sort of hang out and have a good time. And you see all of the construction that's going on around. I'm standing on a bridge right now. Yes, I am. And you can see as I turn around, just the sheer number of buildings that have gone up and are going up. Basically, as we speak here, it's one of those things. China is in a growth spurt. It has been for the last 20 years or 18 years that I've been here for sure. Is it going to stay growing like it has? I believe so. I believe that they're just getting started, guys. And the idea that the crane is the national bird of China, oh yes. Every skyline has a number of them. And that, my friends, is another video from Gweilo 60 on the banks of the Yong River in Nanning, China. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to resubscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell. And whatever you do, don't forget to put a couple bucks in the children's Patreon account. It's for a good cause. Thanks for watching. Bye now.